Let's talk about one of the easiest ways for you to start building your digital products, your online courses, your group programs using just one tool. And that one tool is what I call mapping your method. Now, I have been in business for the last 10 years. I did my first online program in 2017. And with all of the programs that I've created, which help my clients build their personal brand and scale their business, I always have a method. Now, as a girl who comes from a branding background, there's a couple of things that I always like to have. Number one, I always love to have a name for my product or service. I feel like it's not done until I have a name that I love. The second thing is having a really clear method as to how I explain what we're going to go through, what they're going to learn, what the transformation is, and then having a visual that makes it really easy for your clients to understand. So that is what we're going to go through today. If we've not met, hey there, I'm Suz Chadwick. I'm a personal brand and business coach, and I mainly work with women to help you build a confidently bold brand and manage your mindset so that you can get out of your own way. So let's talk about what it looks like to build your method. The first thing is that I'm a big believer in methods. I come from a consulting background, so that's probably one of the reasons why. But when you have a method, the truth is that it looks like you know what you're talking about. You have taken people through this process before, and this is not your first rodeo. Having a method also helps you to get really clear on what the steps are you're going to take your clients through and what the transformation is that they're going to get. So these are a few of the methods that I have built over the years. I have the revenue generation roadmap that is part of my Brand Builders Academy. I've got scalable impact method, which is for my Amplify mastermind. I have the 7 pillars of building thought leadership. So just by having these key things, number one, you can visually show your audience what it is you're going to help them to achieve. 2, you can brand your methods so that it's something that you can talk about. Now, I've seen a number of people online that use this all the time, which is branding their method. So they'll say, in our X method, we always take our clients through A, B, C, and D. So for example, when I work with my clients in the scalable impact method, in my Amplify Accelerator, the 3 core things that we focus on are building your personal brand, building demand from your audience, and delivering an exceptional product. And when you're able to brand your method, it's something that you can become known for. And it's something that makes people feel like, oh, like when I work with you, this is what we're going to go through. Now, there's going to be a lot of benefits to a method, which we'll talk about. So let's talk about why it's worth having a method. There's a few key points. The first one is that it helps you get really clear on what the step-by-step process is that you're going to take your clients through. So really thinking about what is a transformation that you're going to get your clients. So we're going to use the scalable impact method as an example. So for me, I work with a lot of really experienced women in business who have maybe come out of corporate. They've been doing what they do for a long time. They're experts, but they really want to scale their impact. Maybe they've been in one-on-one or consulting, and now they're really looking to go online and start working with a lot more people. And so what they want is scalable impact. And where I got that from was speaking to my clients. They wanted to be able to scale and they wanted to have the impact. They feel like they're made for more. They feel like they haven't even scratched the surface yet. And so scalable impact method just really spoke to them. And I think when you understand what the transformation is that your clients really want, you can start to take a look at how you brand your products and services, your programs, with language that makes them feel like, oh my gosh, yes, that is the exact outcome that I want. When you have a method, it also means that you can speak to it. So when somebody says, Suz, how can I work with you? Then I'll say, if you were to come into Amplify, we work through the scalable impact method. There's 3 core things that I work with my clients on in that, which is building your personal brand, building demand in the market for what you have, and delivering an exceptional product so that it becomes a flywheel effect. And so when you've mapped it out, you can speak about it so easily. I found that one of the biggest problems when I speak to a lot of entrepreneurs that come to me and they need help with coaching, messaging, building their business, is that they find it really hard to articulate exactly what they do, who they do it for, and what the process is to the transformation. And so when we go through the Map Your Method workshop that I work with my clients in Amplify, is that then they're like, oh my gosh, this just makes it so much easier for me to be able to explain, speak to, sell, communicate the value and the transformation of what it is that I'm doing, which I love because I always want to make it easy for my clients to be able to communicate their value, because I just don't think you can build a brand if you're not super clear on what you want to be known for, what it is that you do, how you help, and the transformation that you give. So that's the first thing, is that when you map your method, it really helps you to get super, super clear on the process you're taking people through. The second thing is you can brand it. So as I said, I know that my clients want to have scalable impact. They want to be able to work with more people. And so by calling it the scalable impact method, I've had clients that are like, Suz, I want that. And I've seen people on TikTok and in social media talking about their branded method and saying, if you followed me for a while, you'll know that our method is X and we take you through A, B, C, and D. And they talk about it all the time. And so it becomes a really strong association with their brand, where when I think about that particular creator or coach, I think about their method. I know what their method's called. I know what the 3 or 4 steps are to their method. And it's something that is then associated with them. And as I said at the beginning, when you have a method, it really makes people feel like you have done this before. You have tested this before. You have worked with clients in this method before. And so if I was to say to you, when I work with my clients in the scalable impact method, we've had clients that have had $50,000 launches, clients that have said how confident they are to go after the big opportunities, the fact that they were so lost, they had paid other people so much money and not gotten the results that they've gotten with me. And so when you then associate social proof and outcomes of your clients with your method, it just strengthens it as well. So having a method helps to identify you with that method. It helps you to brand the process and outcome that you take your clients through. And you can also attach social proof to that method as well. The third thing that having your own method does, which is actually, I think, one of the best things, is if you're somebody who gets stuck with what to talk about or what content to create, then having a method means that you will always know what it is that you're talking about, because your method becomes your content pillars and your client stories become part of the content that you share as well. So for me, I have my scalable impact method stuck to my wall. And whenever I'm creating content, I literally just look at it and I think, okay, what am I going to speak about today? Today, I'm going to speak about how to create your method and why it's so important to have one and how you can think about doing it yourself. And so when you have created your method, this is something you will refer to again and again when it comes to your content, and you can always refer back to it. So you'll say whatever your method is. So for example, if I was talking about my Brand Builder Academy method, which is the revenue generation roadmap, then I'll say there are 5 key things that I take my clients through when they are looking to build the foundations of their business and get the systems, strategies, and structure in place to be able to build and grow. And then I'll pick one of the things that I take my clients through. And then the call to action might be to go and get the freebie that then leads to Brand Builders Academy. So you're creating this whole system for yourself by having a method for your products and services. The third thing that having a method does, and so many clients have said this to me, is that it made it so easy for them to make a decision to work with me because of how clear it was what it is they were going to get and what the transformation was going to be when they worked with me. So one of my sales strategies, one of my funnels has been that for BBA, we have done a lot of free webinars. So I might teach something when we're obviously in the webinar, in the workshop, and then I'll take them through the revenue generation roadmap. And people are like, oh my gosh, this is exactly what I need. And I'll tell you why this is so important. Because I feel like right now there's so much information, there's so much content that people just feel overwhelmed and they don't feel like there's a really clear path to the outcome that they want. So when you're the person who's saying, this is what we do, this is how I work with you, these are the steps we'll take, and this is the transformation you're going to get, and you say it with confidence because you've done it before, and you know that this is the process that works, it also instills confidence in them. Now, if you've heard about the sales triad, is that there are 3 things you need in order to sell what you have. The first thing is that people need to believe in you. So you as the coach, you as the consultant, you as the instructor, whatever it is that you do, they need to believe that you are the person that's going to help them. And when you're really clear on the outcome and the process, it helps them to believe, oh my gosh, this person feels and sounds like they know what they're talking about. Plus the social proof helps as well. The second thing that they need to believe is that this program is going to get them the outcome that they want. And so by you having that visual and being able to talk through it makes them feel more confident in it rather than come and join my program. You'll learn how to do A, B, and C, and you'll get more confidence, etc. by the end of it. If you're vague, then it means that people are going to not feel confident in buying from you. And the third part of the sales triad is that they need to believe in themselves. So when it comes to your method and the client believing in themselves, then you can talk to each of the steps you might take them through, what others have thought before, why this is going to work for them, even if other things haven't worked in the past. And once again, it just builds their confidence that you know what you're talking about and that you've got this and that you are going to hold their hand throughout this process as well. And the fourth and main thing that having a method does is that this is literally your program now. So when you sit down and you work through your method and each of the steps that somebody needs to take in order to get the transformation, that is now the content that you're going to build, which is going to be your program, which just makes it so easy for you to be able to do. But the great thing that falls out of that is that you can also take different elements of your method and you could have paid workshops. You could do free webinars. You could create low price, mid-tier products that once they get a taste of a part of your method, then the next thing would be for them to work with you through the whole thing. So this is really just a tool that keeps on giving. Not only does it help you have credibility and help you communicate the value to your audience and help them trust you more, but it also means you've got the foundations of your digital products from your big group program if you're wanting to create like a mastermind, but it also helps you to build out other programs from the content that you're creating. So if you don't have a method and you are wanting to create digital products and programs, plus just always know what to talk about in your content, then creating your method is so important. There is a 2-hour workshop that I do with clients. The link is below if you want to check it out. But this is a tool that you're going to love and it's going to make your life so much easier. If you've enjoyed today's episode, make sure that you subscribe. I am on a mission to grow my YouTube this year. Like this video, and if you found it really valuable, I would love you to share it. Otherwise, have a great day and I will see you in the next episode.